Jumper for dog.
ขึ้นเลยครับผมมาแล้วครับนี่มาแล้วขึ้นเลยนะครับเป็นผู้ถ่ายรูปขึ้นเลยนะครับผมก้าวชมนะครับนี่มาแล้วนะครับถ่ายขึ้นเลยขึ้นได้ก่อนเลย
น้องมุมไหนต้องไปอะไรครับไม่ทราบ
Sorry.
I don't think.
Yes, I did for the program.
Oh, the program.
Familiar with it.
Okay. Now, do you AE, Centre for Adult Education, and this morning we have put together a program for you to just talk a little bit about the work that the CAE does, and we will be concentrating on the short course program rather than the accredited further education and vocational programs, because I think when you were at Victoria University yesterday you will have heard a lot about their TAFE courses and their vocational training courses. CAE also does those courses, but one of the things that makes us quite different is that we are a very, very large provider of short adult education courses. And you'll all the short course program, and during the morning various people who organise these courses, who are experts in their subject areas, will come and speak to you about their programs, what they achieve, the sorts of students that attend them. So, but before we start sort of delving into the detail of the program, I'll just say a little bit about where CAE fits in the Victorian education sector. So, our first slide. And when I've finished, there will be an opportunity to ask questions. If there's anything I say that isn't clear to you, please put your hand, let me know, and hopefully I can help you. Okay, so now this is always, we need to go closer to 50, the opposite of what you think. Let's try and do that side. Okay. We fit in under the Department of Education and Training. So the Department of Education and Training has four main areas. It looks after all the schools, the primary schools, the secondary schools. It looks after the TAFE institutes, fit in under the Office of Training and Tertiary Education. So Victoria University TAFE, where you were yesterday, is part of this Office of Training and Tertiary Education. And there are 5 divisions in that further education division. So we are similar to a TAFE, but we're also a little bit different. And within the adult community and further education division, which is where we live and we get our funding, comes down to us from the Paul AIDS, and that is the organisation responsible for offering English courses for people for whom English is their second language. People coming to Australia to settle will get their English instruction through AIDS. And the other big area in this ACFI division are the 9 regional councils of adult community and further education. So the whole of the state of Victoria is covered by these regional councils. Right out into the furthest most part of the country, I believe you were travelling down from Canberra, so you will have been passing through country towns on the way, Wangaratta, Benalla. They are also offered in the TAFE institutes as well as at CAE. So we have programs in access, further study. We have a large Year 12 program. The Year 12 program is conducted out in the secondary school. We have a large book group section where we do 35 of these two big ages of people that will continue their learning. And we're happy. Yes, it's usually between 70 and 80% women in our program, and the money goes into people finishing their schooling or getting a job, but it doesn't go into. And also we have practical support to people with disabilities. So people with disabilities are encouraged to attend, and we have staff to assist them. Over the years that these courses lead on to, it's very easy to see where our accredited training courses go, but with the short courses we believe that people get more pleasure out of their life.
A huge range of courses, and so it's a very exciting area. They may be teaching there the degree courses. They come here and work in our short course program. So we're extremely fortunate to have very talented. They feel that perhaps coming to study at a centre is not quite right for them, but
to communicate and the way that we look for information around the world. I'm sure you're aware now that Massachusetts Institute of Technology has recently put 24 of their course notes online. We can access all of this sort of material now. So as teachers, we can really enrich what we present to students in the classroom. Do you use the internet?
Yeah.
Yeah. How many people would have access to a computer and use the internet when growing?
Maybe more than 10 or something. Less than Singapore and Malaysia.
Yeah. So it's growing as the tech of the government funded courses online, and because it's such a new way of putting courses online, there's a lot of things that we have to look at. We have to look at professional development for we've got busy lives, rushing, haven't got a lot of time. So what we're going to do is look at flexible options. And what we've done at CAE is we've had via the internet, so students can access it from CAE, from the CAE library, or from home, from their public learning. But we often don't really understand what's called the navigation or the layout, or what sort of communication we can use in the coursing it. If there's been a problem, it's been because the internet service provider has been down. It hasn't been a multimedia that often goes out of date very quickly, involves a huge team of people online, and make it an engaging environment. Quick, easy communication. And it's a way for students to work together as peers, to work on assignment. But so we put it up the back a little bit. But it's very easy for people just to click on those tabs. People don't often have time to come to a classroom. They want to
follow the pathway through the 8 modules, and then they receive the certificate too.
Would you like some of
We've had so many things.
Not have immediate interest to yourselves, but you may have relatives, you may have children yourself who are exploring the idea of studying overseas. We would obviously recommend Australia as an ideal place. It is close to Thailand. And studying at the CAE and studying in Australia is a comparatively affordable proposition when you compare it to, say, America or England or European countries. But more importantly, at the CAE, we are able to offer a very affordable program with a high level of success in public examinations, and which would lead to students seeking to complete their secondary education in Australia an opportunity to move into Australian universities as well. So I see that you have quite a number of pieces of paper there already, but I have brought along copies of our international student brochure, which gives more details about our program, including the fees, and also lists the subjects that we're offering in our VCE program. I would welcome any inquiries or any questions you may have at this stage. I know that time is short in terms of this morning, but certainly to you, I will leave these for you to collect. Maybe I can pass these out now. Yeah, that's okay.
Does anyone have a question?
Yeah, questions, yes.
Question. How popular for this program for the internet like Thailand or Asian country?
So I beg pardon, how?
Popular?
We're just starting the program.
Yeah, you just started.
Yes, next year we're taking our first intake.
Last time, 2 years ago, I think I heard something like this.
No, it's only started in the last 12 months.
Then you said just start.
Yes,
Why
yes.
you have
Because we believe, just as we provide learning opportunities for... One of the most interesting pieces of information I was given when I travelled to Singapore and Indonesia recently, and Diana and Charlie went to Thailand, will appeal eventually to the Asian market as well. But we're also taking under 18 school-age students as well into this program, because around 100 of our students currently are school-age students doing their VCE at the CA. 8,900 at a
the
take.
same or you cheaper?
Cheap.
It's
$1,000 cheap.
1,000.
Yeah, so we're new to
Some look
market.
on the brochure, then
Yes.
I interview some of my cousin or some relative to go to CAE.
No, of course.
Take time.
Wonderful. Yes,
I
we're...
hope you will come to Bangkok sometime.
I'd love to. We've deliberately put our price at an affordable rate because we believe we can provide a quality education without, how shall I say, taking too much from the wallets of our students.
Thank you.
Right. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Peter. From our business development program area, and Carmel is the program manager from the Business Education Centre. So, Carmel, welcome and thank you.
Good morning to everybody. Welcome here to the fourth floor, which is known as, has always been known as the Business Education Centre, and where I have been working for the last 9 years, and in the last few months as the manager of the area. Our area here was established rather in 1987 as a centre flush. So, in that we are hoping to provide a range of opportunities for people who are looking to return to the workforce, who are looking to perhaps develop business ideas and hoping to find the training that will enable them to do that. And then other areas that we're particularly proud of our reputation for, as well as what we're doing in the area of adult education, is some trainer training. This is larger corporations. We deal with different businesses within the city, ranging from smaller to larger ones as well. Just to give you a sense of the type of courses that are offered within those areas, the Certificate for in Assessment and Workplace Training is a nationally accredited course, well recognised throughout Australia. It is a 12-day course full-time that we offer here at the Business Centre. And the range of people that do that course are, of course, people that are training in all forms of industry, be it from retail to tertiary education to any other type of small business as well. Small automation booths. One of our principal trainers is in fact involved now in Federation Square. You may have seen Federation Square, which has opened recently and has very much a state-of-the-art information area. And a lot of our graduates have in fact gone on to work for the City of Melbourne, as well as starting their own small businesses in conducting tours around Melbourne in different little boutiques, to the importance of having well-qualified tour guides in the industry. The other areas that we see there, the office skills and then career directions, as I mentioned, which is offer people the opportunity for one-on-one counselling. Again, these are people who might be just considering a change of career and also not sure about which direction to go into. So they can not only have one-on-one counselling and just expect
to someone to get that idea of where they should go, but also they can attend different courses which focus on different areas of that. And small business is again an area that we have had particular success with. A lot of our students have gone on to start very successful businesses, both within Australia and even in Asia. I know of some people who have gone to form their own businesses in different areas and exporting. There's also been quite successful as well. Days over a period of about 3 months, or you can also do it in the evenings. So there's quite a degree of flexibility in what we have and how we're offering our courses. As I said, they are courses that are offered in our booklet as short programs and what we call public programs, but also we can tailor those courses to meet the needs of any group or organisation according to what your backgrounds are and the particular
Teacher, I taught in adult education for over 20 years. Before that, I worked in primary education. Last year, we decided that we wanted to introduce a scheme for our teachers in the short course program that was about improving teacher quality. I was asked to lead the research in that, and what I did was I started looking at what was happening in countries like the United Kingdom, the USA. I was looking at what was happening here in Australia. We also invited our teachers to come in as a group, and we talked to them about what they thought a scheme could look like in terms of accrediting them as a CAE accredited teacher. And out of that, we developed a pilot program. Do you know what a pilot program is? We wanted to test the waters. We wanted to say, look, we're not sure what this looks like, but we're going to give it a go, and then we might have to tweak it a bit, just change it a bit, or change it a lot. The most useful program or scheme. So we began exploring what sort of things do you look at for to determine whether a teacher is an accomplished. We wanted to look at the strategies, the teaching strategies in the classroom. We wanted to look at the learning environment, meaning you might know all about how to teach a strategy, you might be able to do lovely things, but your attitude may be something that is not conducive to learning. And the fourth area, we want our teachers to demonstrate that they have other professional accomplishments. And what I mean, so this is what we want them to show. We have a document that every teacher has that shows a student what the course is about. We also ask people to write some comment, we call the word reflection, because reflection is thinking about your teaching practice, to make some judgment of yourself, and that's very challenging to be able to see what you did well and what you could do better next time. So people are expected to write about their teaching practice. And, as I said,
On the 14th of December 1997, I arrived in Australia. I arrived in Australia 14th December 1997. I never before studied. I started to study.
that the presentation we have today will expand knowledge of the graduate students, not only in their work performance, but also give them for the idea about new things. This is actually the objective of our business. Again, thank you very much for your warm welcome and hospitality that make us feel comfortable. At the moment of our visit, we have something to present to you so that you will remember us as well as we will remember you. I would like to invite Associate Professor.
Thank you.
Oh. Thank you very much. We will put this in our boardroom, and yes, and that has your insignia on it. Ah, and that's the building. Right. That will be very, very handsome. We hope you will come back to Melbourne. Thank you very much. Well, please enjoy the rest of your time in Melbourne, your very short time in Melbourne, and the sun is out now, so that's good.
อยู่ร้านเดิมอย่างนี้เราไปตั้งไม่ผิดเนี่ย เมื่อกี้จะไปดูเหลือ 7,000 เองรุ่นรุ่น8อ่ะรุ่น8นะ83ตัวเล็กก็น้อยๆปีกแต่มันต้อง